Have you ever felt like you were facing something impossible? A situation so final, so hopeless, that all you could do was grieve. This is a story about a moment just like that. It's a story about three siblings, Mary, Martha, and Lazarus, who were some of Jesus' closest friends. Their home in Bethany was a place of warmth and friendship for him. But one day, a shadow fell over that home. Lazarus got sick. Not just a cold, but a deep, life-threatening illness. Mary and Martha, worried sick, sent a message to Jesus, "Lord, the one you love is sick." They knew he could heal people. They had seen it. They just needed him to come. But Jesus didn't rush. He heard the news and said something strange. "This sickness will not end in death. No, it is for God's glory so that God's Son may be glorified through it." He then stayed where he was for 2 more days. 2 whole days. Imagine the sisters, waiting, watching the road, their hope dimming with every passing hour as their brother got weaker. Finally, Jesus said to his disciples, "Let's go back to Judea." His followers were nervous. It was dangerous for him there. But Jesus was calm. He told them, "Friend Lazarus has fallen asleep, but I'm going there to wake him up." They thought he meant just resting, but Jesus had to be clear. "Lazarus is dead, and for your sake, I am glad I was not there, so that you may believe. But let us go to him." When they arrived in Bethany, the air was thick with sorrow. Lazarus had already been in the tomb for 4 days. The time for miracles felt long past. Martha, always the practical one, heard Jesus was coming and ran out to meet him. "Lord," she said, the words tumbling out, full of pain and a sliver of faith, "if you had been here, my brother would not have died. But I know that even now God will give you whatever you ask." Jesus looked at her and said something that would echo through history, "Your brother will rise again." Martha thought he meant in the resurrection at the end of time. It was a belief she held on to, a distant hope. But Jesus brought that hope into the present moment. "I am the resurrection and the life," he told her. "The one who believes in me will live, even though they die. And whoever lives by believing in me will never die." Do you believe this? In that moment, faced with the impossible, Martha declared her faith. "Yes, Lord. I believe that you are the Messiah, the Son of God." Then it was Mary's turn. She had been at home, surrounded by grieving friends. When she heard Jesus was there, she went to him, fell at his feet, and wept, saying the exact same thing as her sister, "Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died." Her grief was raw, overwhelming. When Jesus saw her weeping, and the others with her, he was deeply moved. He didn't dismiss their pain. He shared it. He asked, "Where have you laid him?" They led him to the tomb, a cave, with a large stone rolled against the entrance. And then, Jesus wept. The Son of God, who knew what he was about to do, stood and cried with his friends. His tears showed just how much he loved them, how much he cared about their heartbreak. Through his own tears, he gave a command, "Take away the stone." Martha, ever practical, was horrified. "But, Lord," she said, "by this time, there is a bad odor, for he has been there 4 days." Jesus reminded her gently, "Did I not tell you that if you believe, you will see the glory of God?" So they rolled the stone away. The crowd held its breath. Jesus looked up to heaven and prayed, a simple, powerful prayer of thanks, ending with a command that defied all of reality. He called out in a loud voice, "Lazarus, come out." And then, the impossible happened. The man who was dead, wrapped in strips of linen, walked out of the tomb. His hands and feet were still bound, and a cloth was around his face. Jesus said to them, "Take off the grave clothes and let him go." In that moment, everything changed. Despair turned to astonishment. Grief turned to unbelievable joy. For many who witnessed it, a flicker of faith became a burning fire. This wasn't just a healing. It was a sign, a promise that with Jesus, even something as final as death doesn't get the last word. It's a reminder that in our own moments of darkness, when we feel like hope is buried and gone, a voice is ready to call our name and bring us back into the light.